Leo, this is another night where one of these guys that, Riley Fiddler-Schultz wasn't in the lineup at all times, and he comes up big.
Yeah, when there's things that are in the room that we put up, work ethic, selfless, and compete. And you want to talk about a selfless team guy, healthy scratch, 14 games in a row. We haven't lost with him in the lineup. I mean, he works hard, plays the game the right way. A lot of hard conversations behind the scenes about, making sure first he's all right. It's hard to not play for a month. Practices like his life depends on it. I told him when there's an opportunity, you have my word, you're going to get in there. And tonight's a great example. Just on everything, you work hard, you be a good person, and good things happen to you. I'm on the kill at the end because we trusted him. You earn what you get. He's great.
Ask you a little bit more about earning. So once you have your lineup, and those guys are out there, what do they need to do to earn those minutes that you give them?
Well, I think I've said it all year. You're probably sick of me here, but you got to play winning hockey all the time. Sometimes it's a team sport. It's a team game. It's not about points. It's not about you could sense it sometimes too. You got a lot of skilled guys. Sometimes you don't get points, and how do you impact the game? How do you last 2 minutes of the period? Like, are you blowing the zone, or are you stopping the house to be in good defensive positioning to win hockey games? Because it's a really hard league. It's a really hard division. Once you get to this level, the margin for error is really small. We made a few more plays tonight. I liked our game in the first and second, didn't like it in the third. I'm a big process over outcome. I thought for two was really good. I didn't like our game in the third. Some things we got to clean up, especially, now we look ahead at Charlotte, we got to be ready to go. And we can't play a period like we did against them. So it's going to be a really long night for us. So it just, you earn trust as a coach. As a coach, you want guys who you trust in late game situations. Even points of the game where you got a sense like we get caught in the D zone shifts. You're going to get caught in the D zone. Like, how do you manage those shifts? Are you winning wall battles? Are you throwing board to board passes when there's 2 minutes left in the period? Like, that stuff. At the end of the day, when as the season moves on and it gets tighter and tighter and everybody's tracking, like those mistakes get minimized. And for sure, it's a great win. Playing really good team hockey, our 5-on-5 game. If you look at the numbers, it's I don't like to talk about it, but we're a top 5 offensive team, top 5 defensive team in the league, and that's how you ultimately your 5-on-5 game is big time as the season goes on. It's making sure we continue to get better, work on the things that we need to improve on. But it's a really good win.
What did lead to playing time for Fiddler-Schultz?
He does everything right all the time. When he's at the end of his shift and he's got to get a puck in, he does whatever it takes to. I'm big on puck pressure, like staying on the puck, not looping away from the puck, staying engaged, being really hard to play against. You don't have to be a big team to be hard to play against, and I think he just does so many things over and over right. Face-off detail. I'm really big on face-off detail. That's the one thing you can control in the game is your face-off detail. It's the only time in a game where the puck is stopped. It's not like football where you have a million plays. Hockey is that's the one what you're supposed to do off the face-off, and he does it right every single time. And he gets rewarded. The play he made. I don't know how many 2-on-1s we've had. We're probably one of the top teams in the league at creating odd man rushes, and we struggle with it sometimes. We're trying to make the extra play. Look at the play he made on the first goal, and you get rewarded. I'm a big believer in it. I was fortunate to play for coaches who really valued that, and that's what I believe in. I believe you play kids that people that earn it, and regardless of who you are, he played at the end of the game. He played in a late game kill with 7 minutes left in the game because he earned it.
Not always is a guy who, is an high draft pick. They don't always play with top guys either, so.
No, I used him everywhere. He was going tonight, so we played 11 forwards, and I rotated him in halfway through the game to double shift him because I thought he was our best player. And, when you take away, it's a team game, and you got to play the guys that are going that night. I'm a firm believer in that, and I think it sets a standard and a precedent for what we're trying to do and how we're trying to play, regardless of how many points you have, where you're drafted. Sure, my job is to help develop players, but it's also to get the guys in the room to know that it's no matter who you are, and he helped us big time tonight.
Slot was so open tonight, most of your goals.
I thought we, to be honest, I thought we cheated it a bit. You can't. I talk about it all the time. You can't cheat the game. You got to be committed to. Some guys may blowing the zone. Like, I understand if we have the puck and we want to get on top of people and stretch them out and get disconnected them. I think we're really good at that, and we've been really good at that. But there's a time if the puck is in question and it's not our puck and there's a loss of control where it's a 50-50 or even they have possession, you got to stop in the house. It's that simple. It's just a commitment. It's a buy-in to doing it right. And you look at all the really good teams, like a team we just played, Hershey. They don't do that a lot. Team Charlotte, they don't do that. They find ways. It's selfless hockey. I think it's. I've said it all along. Like, your habits and details are ultimately what gets you to win hockey games, and we got to do a better job of that, especially in the third period.